Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Gold Rush Tony Beets celebrates special milestone. Gold Rush star Tony Beets is celebrating a special milestone in his life right now. As one of the most successful members of the Discovery Channel show's cast, Tony has achieved everything with the help of his family. That makes his recent announcement even more special. Here is what Tony had to say and why this is so special for him in his life. Tony Beets announces special day. Tony Beets has been on Gold Rush since Season 2 and has been a major part of the cast since Season 6. He has been one of the top gold miners since Season 7, where he found 2,176 troy ounces that year. However, he hasn't done it alone. Tony has worked hard to make his gold mining empire a family affair with his wife, Minnie, and their children. Tony took to Facebook to wish his wife Minnie a happy wedding anniversary. He wrote in the caption, 43 years ago. Time flies when you have fun. Much of that time together has been mining for gold. Yet it seems like that is just part of the 4 decades of fun that they have spent together as husband and wife. Tony and Minnie started dating in their 20s and married shortly after that. However, they knew each other when they were kids. Minnie said she met Tony when they were very young and living in Holland. They ended up growing up together, getting married, and then moving to Canada to start their gold mining empire. Since that time, Tony and Minnie have had 3 kids and built their gold mining operation into the most successful cruise on Gold Rush. It's a 50-50 game, Tony said about their partnership. As of 2021, the Beets family has turned over $30 million worth of gold in 7 years, via Discovery. Tony Beets dealing with family drama on Gold Rush. While this has always been a family affair for Tony Beets and his wife Minnie, one member of the family has made things tough for them this season on Gold Rush. If the show's editing is to be trusted, Kevin Beets didn't show up at the season's start and then told his mom and dad on a video call that he was taking the season off. This was after they were already there to start working. When Kevin didn't show up, Tony Beets had to find out what happened to his son, who was usually in charge of the plant. Kevin and his wife told Tony that they wanted to take the season off to garden at their home. Tony wasn't happy, but he moved on and put Monica in charge over Kevin. This showed that the rest of the family was still in sync with their operations. *** Gold Rush. Tony Beets celebrates a special milestone. ***. The sun dipped low over the Klondike, casting a golden hue across the rugged terrain. The Yukon River glistened like molten gold, winding its way through the heart of the wilderness, as if paying homage to the treasure hidden within the earth. The air was thick with anticipation, a familiar tension that came with the territory, as the legendary gold miner Tony Beets stood at the helm of his empire, reflecting on a journey that had led him to this extraordinary moment. Tony Beets was no stranger to the challenges of the gold rush. His hands were calloused, his face weathered by years of battling the unforgiving elements, and his eyes, though hardened by experience, still carried the glint of a man who lived for the thrill of the hunt. He had spent decades in pursuit of gold, carving out a name for himself in the unforgiving wilderness of the Klondike. And now, as he celebrated a milestone that few could ever dream of, he knew that every ounce of sweat, every sleepless night, and every ounce of doubt had been worth it. The Beets family camp was alive with activity, a hive of industry and camaraderie. The smell of diesel and earth mingled with the crisp, cool air as the massive dredge loomed over the landscape like a mechanical giant, its massive bucket chain ready to dig deep into the earth in search of treasure. The crew, a close-knit group of rough and ready miners, worked with precision and purpose, their every move a testament to the discipline and dedication that had brought them this far. For Tony, the milestone he was about to celebrate was more than just a number. It was a testament to his unyielding spirit, his relentless pursuit of greatness, and the unwavering belief that the Klondike still held untold riches waiting to be unearthed. He had faced down nature's fury, battled mechanical failures, and navigated the treacherous waters of the gold mining industry, but through it all, he had emerged victorious time and time again. The Beets family had become a dynasty in the gold mining world, a legacy that Tony had built from the ground up with grit, determination, and an unshakable belief in the power of hard work. His wife, Minnie, had been by his side every step of the way, her steady presence and sharp mind proving to be the perfect complement to Tony's bullish determination. Together, they had weathered storms both literal and metaphorical, their bond growing stronger with each passing year. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the camp, Tony gathered his family and crew around a roaring bonfire. The flickering flames danced in the night, casting a warm glow on the faces of those who had become like family to him. Laughter echoed through the air, a sound that had become all too rare in the high-stakes world of gold mining, but tonight was different. Tonight they were celebrating not just a milestone, but a legacy that had been built with blood, sweat, and tears. Here's to the Klondike. Tony raised his glass, his voice carrying the weight of years of hard-fought victories and bitter defeats. And here's to every one of you who's been a part of this journey. We've come a long way, but there's still plenty of gold left in these hills. A chorus of cheers erupted from the group, glasses clinking as they toasted to the man who had led them to this moment. The celebration was as much a tribute to Tony's leadership as it was to the collective effort of the team that had become a second family to him. As the night wore on, stories were shared and memories recounted, each one a reminder of the challenges they had overcome together. There was the time the dredge had nearly been lost to the river, only to be saved by a last-minute, desperate maneuver. There were tales of treacherous weather, mechanical failures, and the ever-present danger of the wild, but through it all, there was also a sense of triumph, a recognition of the incredible feats they had accomplished. For Tony, the milestone was not just about the gold they had pulled from the earth. It was about the legacy he was leaving behind, the knowledge that his children and grandchildren would carry on the Beets name, continuing the work he had dedicated his life to. He had taught them everything he knew, passing down the skills, knowledge, and values that had guided him through the years. They were ready to take up the mantle, to continue the hunt for gold in the unforgiving wilderness of the Klondike. As the fire burned low and the celebration began to wind down, Tony took a moment to himself, stepping away from the group to look out over the landscape that had become his kingdom. The stars above shone like diamonds in the night sky, a reminder of the riches that still lay hidden in the earth below. He knew that the road ahead would not be easy, that there were still challenges to face and battles to be fought, but he was ready. He had always been ready. This milestone was a celebration of the past, a recognition of the incredible journey that had brought him to this point, but it was also a promise for the future. There was still gold in the Klondike, still adventures to be had and treasures to be discovered, and as long as there was gold in the ground, Tony Beets would be there, leading the charge, driven by the same passion and determination that had carried him this far. With a final glance at the horizon, Tony turned back to the camp, to his family, and to the crew that had become an extension of that family. The fire's glow welcomed him back into the fold, and as he rejoined the celebration, he knew that the best was yet to come. The Klondike had given him much, but it had also taught him one invaluable lesson. The true treasure was not just in the gold they unearthed but in the journey they shared together, and that was a legacy worth celebrating. Under the expansive skies of the Klondike, where the horizon is an ever-changing tapestry of blues and golds, a significant milestone was unfolding for one of the most iconic figures of the gold mining world, Tony Beets. Known to many as the King of the Klondike, Tony had spent decades digging into the earth, driven by a relentless pursuit of gold. But today he wasn't just celebrating the treasure that glittered in the riverbeds and creeks. Today was about something deeper, something far more precious. The early morning mist clung to the ground as Tony stood on the deck of his legendary dredge, the Viking, a machine that had seen its share of triumphs and challenges. The air was cool, a brisk reminder that summer in the Yukon was fleeting, but there was a warmth in Tony's heart that defied the chill. He glanced around at the crew, his family, who had gathered to mark this momentous occasion. Tony was not one for grand speeches or overt displays of emotion, but today was different. Today he felt the weight of the years, both the successes and the struggles, pressing down on him like the gold-rich gravel his dredge had sifted through countless times. Yet, alongside that weight was a profound sense of pride. It wasn't just about the ounces of gold they had extracted, it was about the journey, the legacy, and the people who had shared in it. "Well," Tony began, his voice gravelly but strong, "we've come a long way, haven't we?" His words hung in the air, carried on the breeze that rustled the leaves of the surrounding birch trees. His children, Monica, Kevin, and Mike, stood nearby, each one a testament to the Beets' enduring commitment to their craft. They had grown up in this harsh yet beautiful landscape, learning the trade from their father, who had taught them not just how to mine for gold, but how to persevere, how to fight for what they believed in.